Strangers. Hello? Hi. Hi. Shut up. I'm being videotaped right now on the phone. Get off of me!
Stop!
Because Mark's doing my documentary.
I think Lou's got a big pecker.
Okay, we were really little. We were driving with my grandfather on the highway. And, we were in a big van, and I spit out the window, and like, all of a sudden Lou goes, ah! And I turn around, and there's like, his eyes all wet, and he goes, something hit me in the eye! And it's my spit. That's good.
Lou's a story all unto himself. Another question?
Ooh, I got one. Yeah, I got a big snot booger in the nose.
I hope I have it keyed up. It might have a second or two of scenes. And then again, maybe not. This is WFU after all.
What can I say about my family? I hate them. I really do.
I'm Ant. I'm Lou's brother. I spent the last 17 years with him. They've been hell. Lou sucks.
We all from York will see if they can deactivate.
I want
And see what their price is there. This was a price of nothing, $9.99.
You know I love you,
Your mother's
Daddy.
got your money, that's why. She might not give it to you, who knows?
Wait till the next one comes.
Okay, I got a good story for you. One of the worst things I ever saw Lou do was we were driving down Center Street one day, past a funeral parlor. Bunch of people outside, like, mourning. Lou leans out the window and yells, "Who died?" It was horrible.
What can I say about high school? I really underachieved in high school. I didn't really do much, except fool around and cut class. If I could have a favorite teacher, it'd have to be Mr. Ryan, my English teacher, senior year. Guy was incompetent. He was so bad. I made up my entire senior theme and almost passed it. Anyway. Who'd I hang out with in high school? There was little Bobby.
I'm Lou's friend. My name is Bob with a B. Chinese people misspell my name as B-O-D, and it really gets me pissed off. So, let's see. I met Lou in like kindergarten, and we've been like good friends. He's like been there for me whenever, like we've hung out all the time.
And there's John. And
he ruined a birthday party of mine by saying he was going to get all this food, so I didn't get any food. You know, I figured he was going to come to my house with all this food, but he never showed any food at all. So I didn't invite him. I told him to stay home. He's a liar. He's the biggest liar ever, all right?
John. I've known John since 4th grade. We've had our ups and our downs, but, you know, everything's kind of cool.
All right, one time we were in the park, and we were a bunch of friends, and with Lou, and they dared Lou and me to kiss. So, you know, I'm up to it because I'm, you know, pretty cool. So Lou grabbed me. He went with me. He's the worst kisser I've ever, like, kissed in my life. He jammed his tongue in my throat. His tongue is like 8 foot wide, right? And he just like, he mauled me. I swear to God, I didn't know what was going on, right? He's the worst.
Then there's Luigi, who's in the army right now. My heart goes out to him. Just kidding. Who else is there? There's the dentist. Yeah, Dennis. He's like drugged out and stuff, and he doesn't remember his name anymore. And he's residing at that. And Jesus Christ, that damn Mike. He's in rehab right now. We're just hoping to pull through.
Okay, it was like a while back, like 12 years ago. Yeah, I was like 5. We used to live like somewhere else. And like, Lou woke up like one night, like in the middle of the night, when we were real little, and we had this hand puppet of Yoda. It was like this big, and instead of going to the bathroom and take a whiz, he just peed in that, and like left it there until the morning. It's gross, very gross. That, which reminds me, I think one time I peed in his mouth. That has nothing to do with Lou, but it might have been a dream.
And there's Mark. Crazy Mark. See, our friendship started when I fell down and it cut my knee open, had like 12 stitches. And he was the only one that would even cared how I was. Even the people that like made me fall and cut myself didn't even like visit me once. But Mark stayed with me every day and we watched movies and made fun of Katie. And then Weird New Jersey came into everything. We had a purpose in life. And damn it, we did things. Not like now, we don't do anything. Just be bored. Get out of here!
We're in New Jersey. It started with me, him, and Mark Hawley, your friendly neighborhood cameraman.
Favorite Weird New Jersey? It's probably a toss-up. There's a time, it was me, Mark, Greg, and Paul Samuelson. And we went to find Crematory Hill in Paul's car. And we brought like wooden swords and like all types of like supernatural armor in case like ghosts attacked us. But we never found it. And we drove for the last 3 hours of the trip with Paul's tank on empty. And every car that would drive by, Paul would scream out the window, fucked up at them. And then the other trip had to be, coincidentally, we were trying to find Crematory Hill again, another time. It was 3 cars of us, and Bob was in the lead. And we were driving down the wrong road. And rather than have everybody yell at Bob for going the wrong way, he just kept driving for like another like 20 minutes before he like turned up someone's driveway, and we drove on someone's farm. Then we turned around and went home. We're up here on the trestle in Nutley, site of many of my conquests of women, most which have happened down there at the end of the trestle. Getting that? Right at the end over there. Most recent one happened there about last week, but I won't get into that. No, I'm not getting into it. Oh, I got into that.
In my yearbook, there's this big like thing that Lou wrote on this girlfriend DJ he had, and he wrote that he would kill his family for her and stuff, and I don't know, he just went wild with it.
Get out of here! Anyway, I've had a few good experiences with girls. Some bad, like restraining orders and stuff like that. But,
We'll grab her.
put it this way. I don't have enough time to tell them all.
Aside from his large quantities of flesh, he always well, we said something. Lou is obsessed with breasts. That's what people tell me. Well, yeah, actually.
So, if anybody's lonely out there, give me a call or something.
Magnet for the ladies? Probably gravitational pull. It draws any women from within 10-mile radius is just drawn to them. They can't escape the gravitational pull once they're caught in it. And hey, when they're there, place them on the bed, and the rest is history. I'm not talking to the camera, I'm talking.
He's bad with the women. He just takes them has his way, and then he leaves them. And he's selfish with them. He won't share them. If someone else likes them, he doesn't care. He takes them for himself. Like John Yetham. He needs a woman, because big, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but he needs a woman. And he had a chance with some girl, Lori. Did Lou care? No, Lou had to snatch her away. All for himself.
One time, I was supposed to hook up with a girl. So, you know, I told Lou, he was, you know, friends with her. I said, Lou, you know, she was cute. Hook me up. So he was like, all right. And he talked to her on the phone and everything. I was like, all right, cool. He told her all the bad things about me so that I wouldn't hook up with her because he wanted her. And he had a girlfriend, mind you. So he did this 4 times, by the way. 4 times. So Lou's the best friend I ever had because of that.
Another time, he went with some girl I know and said that he had a girl. His girlfriend moved to Canada, and then she found out that his girlfriend didn't move to Canada.
If I say what really happened, I might be prosecuted, so I can't.
Who's fake names?
What? Who's fake names? See there, this girl. Her name was X, yeah. No, let's just say her name was girl, and that's cleavage down there. Her name was for her namesake, we'll say her name is Megan. Anyway. I can't tell anybody, forget it. Never mind. Okay. It had to do with me and this girl who will name Megan and a bottle of bourbon. And that's it. And we're supposed to hang out again next Friday.
He's awesome. He picks up chicks like I can't explain. I don't know how he does it. I wish he'd teach me how to do it. So,
Lou's a slob, all right? All right, he's trying to exercise and trying to lose weight. You know, I'll support him in that. But if he can cut down to eating maybe only 3 times a day, he could start losing weight. But no, he'll eat dinner, then if nobody else ate, they'd want to go somewhere to eat, so he'll be like, all right, I didn't eat either. So we'd go to McDonald's, and he'd get like the super number 8 thing, you know, double cheeseburger, whatever.
You're looking right now at the beautiful McDonald's, built in 1863 by a group of merchants that needed somewhere to stop on their trip to New York.
And he'll eat again. And then later on in the night, he'll probably eat another time. So I don't see how he's going to lose weight in the first place because he eats so much.
When I have the money, I like to get a number 6 supersized, but usually I just like got enough to get a number 2, not even supersized. $3.17. Prices may vary in Manhattan, though. Where's my soda?
All right, I have another story.
No, when you
Shut up!
Okay, one time we were playing football a couple years ago, and I was on the opposite team of Lou, and he was getting all pissed off because like we were kicking his team's ass. Yeah, we were kicking his ass, and I kept getting interceptions and getting touchdowns. So I caught an interception. I was running, and like I passed everybody except Lou, and I'm like running at Lou, and I went to turn this way, and he was like right there, and like instead of just like it wasn't tackle, it was on the street, so it was just tag. Instead of just like touching me, he like goes and like thrust me, and like my feet hit the curb. I like flip over, land on the sidewalk, hit trees and parked cars and other stuff, and like got a big scar on my elbow. And then Luigi comes in and like starts yelling at him, saying it was fucked up. And the next thing Lou does is starts beating on Luigi, throws him on the ground, starts kicking him because he stuck up for me. And then I went home crying. Went to Nick Manganiello's house and put a Band-Aid on my arm.
Felix Frump. I've been roadieing for Felix Frump. I've been roadieing for Felix Frump for about a year now, and I haven't gotten paid. Ever. They're okay guys. I knew them all from high school, you know. I hated them all in high school, though. Because they used to pick on me, but now I pick on them. Screw you. Anyway, Graham, I'll start with the band members. Graham is a guitar player. I'm opening the window. He's Hebrew, but that's okay. I've known him for 5 years, and I like him a lot.
I've known Lou, I don't know, Jesus, maybe 4 years now? He's a beautiful man. I hated him when I first met him. I used to think he was big Guido jerk-off. Ended up I was wrong, and I was the jerk-off. He's a wonderful human being. Warm, affectionate, friendly, caring, loving, big, sometimes scary. Scary and affectionate. He's one of those guys that has tender aggression.
Then there's Mike, who plays the drums. I work with him, and I've known him for 5 years as well.
When I first met Lou, I thought he was just an innocent roadie / friend. Yes, he gave very good hug, but it didn't go beyond that. Lou and I now work together at a paint store. One day when Lou was fetching a gallon, he bent over. And I swear to you, on my eternal soul, I saw the face of Jesus Christ in Lou's left butt cheek. Lou's left butt cheek being very large, it's hard to miss the face of our Savior. He saved me, he can save you. To this end, I've started the Church of Lou's left butt cheek. LLBC for short. For information, just please dial the number, get in touch with me, and you too can witness the power of Lou's butt.
I guess I'm closest with him in the band, like most of all. Then there's Anthony, who plays bass and sings too. I've known him for 3 years.
What's up with the microphone?
I've known him since I was a junior. Yeah, I was known him for 3 years. And he's a little queer at times, and he says really dumb things like my brother.
We were on tour in this really small bus, and no one showered for like 4 weeks. And it was a black bus, so it got really hot with the sun beating on it. And Lou smelled really bad. Like, he always smells really bad, but because of the heat wave, because we were in a bus together for like 4 weeks and no one showered, he smelled like really bad. And supposedly we were sleeping, but I don't think we were. He has a tendency to do this often, but he beat off in close corners, and no one knew. And then he wore his pants with no underwear, and he had holes in his pants, and the screener, you could like see his unit and his package through his pants. And then his pants smelled so bad by the end of the tour that we had to hang him on the back of the bus and drive home from Tennessee. That's my favorite story about Lou. And he's bisexual. You don't get too many bisexual roadies, because they're fun when you get on the road and you're really desperate. Okay. Did you get that, Nick?
Then there's Keith, the other guitar player. He doesn't talk much, and I used to want to beat him up when he was a freshman, but I won't let him know that.
Alright, I got a little story about Lou. When I was like in 9th grade, you know, like Lou was a junior, and he used to make fun of me constantly because I had a prepubescent voice. I couldn't stand it. You know, I'd go to a store, I'd be, hi, can I please have a large Coke? And he'd be standing right there making fun of me. I think he wanted to beat me up. Lou's a good guy, though. He's a little on the hefty side, but he's a good guy.
They're a great band. Check them out.
Fondest recollection of Lou was probably Felix Crump show for the old folks home. They had a show. And during the show, one of the young punk kids lit a Molotov cocktail, burnt an old lady pretty bad, killed 2 or 3 old men. But Lou, he carried out every single old person that was in that house, in the geriatric home. Every single old person. He even went back for a few of their dentures, a few of their diapers. Old man shit his pants, still carried him out. The smell didn't bother him. Nothing really bothers Lou. Lou's a dedicated man. Lou, he may molest a few children here and there, may touch a few young boys in the wrong places, but it's not his fault. He can't help it.
I don't know. Molestation's kind of fun, you know? Like, so young and vulnerable, yet so... Anyway...